Hey everyone, DoD Chaos here, back with another episode in the Road to Top 100 series. Last episode, we won 2 games, one versus Set, one versus Thor. Let's jump into our first game here, also calling out that we are currently sitting at 1483. Okay, so we've got our first game of the episode on Elysium. This can be a good map to Gold Starve. Depends on how the TC spawn. We're playing against Zeus. This is a tricky matchup against Athena. So what we're gonna want to do is up a little bit later than normal because we can't really get early pressure anyways. And then we're gonna look to pressure on various fronts. So we're gonna figure out where's the opponent's temple, for example. Take this wood line here. And also where is their food and where's their gold. Find the 3 points and just hop back and forth between those early to pressure. Let's go scout that out now. Being very careful not to lose our ult here. Cool. Food is there. Things are forward. That's something we can attack. Gold is very far in the back. Not something we can attack. Although, you know what? It is not a big tree line around it, so maybe. Wood is pretty something. Temple would probably go here if I was opponent. I appreciate that, Banana. It's kind of you to say. Areas are, yeah, okay, so temple's going there. Yeah, we can definitely hop back and forth to avoid fighting the Tox Minnow. So I think as we found this here, covers the gold mine ish over here, so let's aim for that.
Já, veiðimaður.
Start using the bills instead of the TC to shoot the animals. Favorite that gives us. Want our Hall of Thanes earlier rather than later. We're gonna make one extra dwarf. Because again, there's no point upping too early here. Let's cash that in. Go for our last dwarf. Pick up more steady. Figure out now.
Something, veiðimaður.
Bugged out. Hunt. You have this, which means opponent has this.
Skipan?
Veiðimaður.
Já, ég samþykkt. Já, satt. Ég samþykkt. Hver þar? Já.
Hermes, not what I expected. Okay, we're gonna have to adjust to that.
Tilbúin. Skipan? Veiðimaður.
Go here as a result.
Já, satt.
Now we want to wall off that side of the map.
Ég satt. Til já. Skipan. Já, ég vil. Já, Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Satt.
Back here, protect that. Have her here's an application.
Satt.
can get a hit.
Samþykkt.
Not gonna let us get a hit.
Tilbúið samþykkt. Satt. Ég fjósamaður.
Já, já. Já, satt. Til orustus til ég satt. Hver er þar? Já. Já, samþykkt. Til já. Já, já. Ég samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Já, satt. Ég, já, já. Já, já, satt. Ég satt. Samþykkt. Já. Hver er ég vil? Samþykkt. Já.
I'm gonna trade a couple of hits here.
Skip, já. Satt. Tilbúið. Já, já, ég samþykkt. Skip, já, já, samþykkt.
Okay, faded out the bolts.
Til já.
You don't want to lose that. That was a bad loss of the TA though.
Tilbúin.
And why?
Ég vil. Satt.
Hate this shit.
Veiðimaður.
How long have those been, Ivan?
Skipas. Já, ég vil. Já. Já, samþykkt. Já, 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 ég vil. Já, já, samþykkt. Já. Já, 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 samþykkt. Tilbúið. Samþykkt. Já, 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 satt. Já, ég samþykkt. Ég satt.
Já, ég vil. Veiðimaður.
Tilbúið. Já, já.
Just trying to slow down the rate at which our buildings are going down here without losing much health on our stuff.
Ég vil. Já, já, samþykkt. Tilbúið. Já, já. Tilbúið. Já. Ég vil. Tilbúið. Samþykkt. Já.
We're gonna have to micro a little bit here more than I might like. And these two doors over golds.
Tilbúið. Já, samþykkt.
Weak. That gets back.
Já, ég vil. Satt. Já, til. Satt. Ég samþykkt. Já.
Ah, we want to click our TA. We're getting smoked here. Oop. A bad fight for us.
Já, til orustur tilbúið. Já, allra fyrir til orustur skip. Já, ég satt. Já, til orustur skip. Ég samþykkt. Já, já, satt. Já, ég vil. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Nice. So now all of these onto wood because it's time to make troll.
Tilbúið. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Já, tilbúið. Skip. Já, já, ég samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Já, tilbúið. Ég vil. Já, tilbúið. Samþykkt. Ég samþykkt.
Trying to heal up our units here.
Já, samþykkt. Já, fætið fram. Ég vil. Já, ég samþykkt. Ég samþykkt. Skip. Já, já, tilbúið. Já, ég vil.
Hver er það? Ég vil. Satt.
And X.
Já, satt. Já, satt. Ég vil. Satt.
Skip. Já, veiðimaður.
Never completed that wall, so we have to be careful about that.
Já, ég vil. Já, ég vil. Tilbúið. Samþykkt. Fyrir. Já, ég vil. Ég vil. Tilbúið. Ég samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já, ég vil. Tilbúið. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Fyrir það. Já, skipa. Samþykkt. Til ég vil. Já. Til ég vil.
Read that.
Já, ég vil. Já, ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil.
That's a spot we can hit.
Tilbúið. Já, skip. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Yes, já. Til satt. Ég vil. Hver er þar? Já.
This.
Tilbúið. Samþykkt.
That would have been.
Skip.
We'll try to sneak that.
Samþykkt.
Case.
Já, já, ég skip. Já. Já. Til samþykkt. Já, ég satt. Skip hann. Já, ég vil. Skip hann. Já, já. Já.
Get this one bill right here.
Já, ég
Well,
Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, já. Satt.
Já, ég vil. Tilbúin, já.
Hver já.
Do that.
Já, samþykkt. Já, já.
Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Hver þar? Ég samþykkt.
Oh, waited. I think if we cancel it now, there's a bug where we don't get
Ég vil.
our cav as well.
Tilbúin. Ég satt. Samþykkt.
Já, já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, ég
Whoops.
samþykkt. Já, ég vil.
Til satt. Samþykkt.
This
Satt. Samþykkt.
Já,
Tilbúin. Skipan.
já, grjótsveit.
Hver er það? Samþykkt.
Já. Já, satt. Ég vil.
Tilbúin, samþykkt. Skipan. Tilbúin.
click on the wall. Thank you.
Samþykkt.
Samþykkt.
Já, ég vil. Já.
Til satt. Ég vil. Skipa. Samþykkt.
Til ég vil. Veiðimaður.
Grjótsveit.
Já, ég vil. Grjótsveinn.
Skipan. Já, ég samþykkt.
Probably taken that back hunt a long time ago, but look, anyways.
Já. Hver er tilbúin? Hver er það? Ég vil samþykkt. Timbursveit. Ég vil. Timbursveit.
Ég vil.
Try not to lose units here. Looks like I'll lose at least 2. One.
Ég samþykkt. Ég samþykkt.
Underworlds.
Tilbúin. Já.
Já. Tilbúin, samþykkt. Já, samþykkt. Já. Skipan.
Já. Satt. Já. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Já, ég vil. Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Skipan. Já.
Tilbúin.
Já. Ég vil.
They need more
Já.
food.
Samþykkt.
Oh.
Ég vil.
Kinda risky to.
Veiðimaður.
Whoa.
Já.
Do it anyway. See if there's a hole here. Maybe there is.
Já, ég vil. Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil.
Looks like there's
Að
a hole.
rá skipan. Já. Tilbúin.
Samþykkt.
Skipan. Já. Samþykkt.
Hver er það? Skipa. Veiðimaður.
Ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Ég
Já.
vil.
Ég samþykkt. Já.
We are in trouble here.
Já. Skipan. Hver er það? Ég vil. Fjósamaður.
Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt.
Já. Satt.
Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Ég
Yeah,
vil.
those
Já.
heavy hoplites.
Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Alright,
Tilbúin. Já.
back here.
Samþykkt.
Já.
Ég tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já.
Já.
Já. Ég vil.
Ég samþykkt.
Need health quartz. Used them yesterday.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Til já. Ég tilbúin. Já. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil. Já.
Ég samþykkt.
Skipan.
Samþykkt. Já. Ég samþykkt.
Já. Satt.
Skipan. Já. Ég vil.
Ég vil. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Já. Samþykkt. Sækið fram. Tilbúin. Ég samþykkt.
Já. Já. Samþykkt. Fyrir satt.
Já. Já. Tilbúin.
Tilbúin.
Hver er þar? Já. Timbursveinn.
Já.
Fjósamaður.
Já. Tilbúin.
Opponent has a timing here where they could be destroying us, and luckily they're just not attacking.
Já. Tilbúin. Skip. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Já. Ég satt. Ég vil.
Já. Samþykkt. Skip. Já. Samþykkt.
Hver er það?
Satt.
Skip.
Timbursveinn.
Ég vil. Timbursveit.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Skip. Ég vil.
Fisk. Samþykkt.
These now.
Já.
Já. Já.
Samþykkt.
Everything must be there.
Já, já, samþykkt.
Tilbúin, já, samþykkt, ég vil.
Já, 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 satt.
Skip hans, ég samþykkt, ég vil.
Já, satt. Til ég vil.
Já. Samþykkt,
See that he's 1 TC?
tilbúin.
Fyrir ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Já.
Skip hann, ég
Probably
vil.
on this gold mine too, a little bit.
Já,
No?
ég vil.
Great. Moving forward.
Ég vil.
Já, samþykkt. Tilbúin, já, ég vil.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Já, já, já.
Satt.
Skip hann, já, ég vil.
Já, ég vil. Satt. Skipa. Ég, já, sjá. Til ég, sjá. Já, sjá. Ég vil. Já, satt. Samþykkt.
Já, já, já. Tilbúin,
Já.
já, ég vil.
Já, ég, sjá. Satt.
Skip hann. Tilbúin. Skip hann, já.
Já.
Tilbúin, ég vil.
Já, til aðráð.
Skip hann, já.
Very bad fight.
Já, tilbúin. Ég samþykkt.
Til ég vil. Já, fyrst ég vil. Samþykkt.
Skip hann, já, já. Ég vil. Skip hann, já. Tilbúin, samþykkt. Skip
Já,
hann.
já, já. Samþykkt. Já, satt.
Trying to force out a seize here. Raiding his whole economy.
Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Já, fækir fram. Já.
Til ég samþykkt.
Satt. Veiðimaður.
Já, samþykkt. Fjósamaður.
Samþykkt. Ég vissi
I'd
grjótsveit.
send those earlier there. Didn't
Já.
work.
Ég vil. Já. Skip. Ég samþykkt.
Okay.
Satt. Samt ég vil.
Já. Já.
Já, já. Satt.
Tilbúin. Ég. Já. Ég vil.
Ég samþykkt. Já, ég vil.
Skip. Ég samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Skip.
Já.
Oh, this is great for us.
Satt. Já, satt.
What?
Já, ég vil. Já. Ég vil.
Tilbúin.
Já, satt.
Já.
Now we can
Grjótsveit.
move everything there.
Timbursveit. Skip hann.
Wow, our
Timbursveit.
macro is
Já.
really bad.
Veiðimaður.
So there.
Skipan, ég vil. Grjótsveit.
Skip hann.
Já, tilbúin. Ég satt.
Good wall from opponent.
Ég vil.
Ég samþykkt. Já, ég sjá. Satt. Ég vil. Já, ég já. Satt. Fyrir aðráð. Já, ég vil. Til og. Já, aðráð. Satt. Til forustuslag. Fyrir
Já.
Já, fyrir.
Pathing there on his units is not ideal.
Já, satt. Já, ég vil.
Should be enough to finish the game. We're about to. So our next step there was just check if they're on this gold mine, and then this gold mine. Broke them off this gold mine. And so in terms of like what let us stay in that game, our opponent had a nice heroic timing ahead of us, and they had heavy infantry. They need to push their advantage at that moment. If they had, we would have been struggling to hold on this position, but they didn't, luckily. And that's what those early walls can sometimes get you, is just makes it awkward for your opponent to push. It slows them down enough for you to get the time you wanted. The second thing we did is we spammed a bunch of production buildings, because we know in that middle timing we might lose like 2 or 3 or 4 production buildings while we wait to actually be able to fight. So yeah, and then of course we forced the seas, and after the seas forced, it was going to be very, very tough for our opponent. They had lots of peltist, but unfortunately at the end there, during the frame weapons, their army just went around this way, so that really didn't work out well for them. They were able to pretty much get the fortress and the wall here for free, which was the key to their position. Hey Craig, Kairos asks why Ville's in gold. Floppy macro, but a lot of times it ends up that if you don't actually get dwarves on gold early enough, then the bottleneck becomes gold, and so you don't want to train dwarves because they cost gold. Yeah, if we were to look at the idle villager graph, it's probably very, very bad. But we made the game sloppy, which is what's important. Yeah, lots of idols there, and so many idols near the end there. Wow. But we had 2 TC versus 1 for a long time there. We pushed that advantage, so I'm guessing we're still fine on the resource collected front. Yeah, we're still quite a bit ahead here, and then look at in unit. Not that far ahead. But okay, that's around 15-minute mark is. Yeah, this is when we got it. Okay, cool. So that's game 1. Let's jump into our second game of the episode. Game 2, Anatolia. Get it. Playing Aranos, interesting. Very interesting. Over here is fine. Take the bottom side of water. And there.
Veiðimaður. Já, veiðimaður.
Pull that.
Samþykkt til skipa. Já. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Já, samþykkt.
Could double on the ox cart here, but since we're Loki and they're cheap ox carts, I'll just make one. We're gonna be looking to do a big fish boom. We're checking to see which side of the water our opponent is on right now, so we're scouting forward. They are on one side, so we'll just jump straight to the other side. Again, that's whatever. And find our second town center, it's also important.
Tilbúin Timbursveit.
That should have been, I think I had idle TC time, that should have worked there.
Skipan.
Have speed relic. Lots of gold mines here on this side. There's this gold mine there. We want to think about that as we're thinking about where to put our temple, right? Because we need our temple to be close to the TC that we can take. So our second TC is on the left side there, so let's just build on the side here.
Skip. Tilbúin.
Hver er það?
Já, skipan samþykkt.
Hver. Já.
Seville's almost dead. 1 health. Ay.
Já?
Já, skipan
Floppy.
til skip. Já, samþykkt. Já, ég samþykkt. Ég vil. Já, ég samþykkt. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Skipan. Já. Veiðimaður.
I think it's actually good to use Vills to build here. You could build another Ulsvark, but slightly more efficient this way. And we're gonna want more docks on the bottom side here.
Já.
Tilbúin. Já, samþykkt. Já. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt.
There now.
Hver er þar? Já. Timbursveit. Timbursveit.
Já, ég vil.
Hver er...
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já, samþykkt.
And X pickaxe.
Skipan. Tilbúin. Skipan.
Tilbúin.
Oceanus. Yeah, we definitely need stocks.
Skipan. Já. Já. Já.
Hver er það? Satt. Timbursveit.
Hver sam timbursveit? Já. Já. Timbursveit. Hver er það?
Já. Tilbúin. Já.
Hver... Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Skipan. Já.
Já, já.
Hver er það? Tilbúin. Skipan. Já.
Hver er það?
Okay, we forced the shockwave there. That's very good.
Ég vil. Satt.
Back. Houses.
Samþykkt. Ég vil satt.
Skipan. Til satt. Timbursveit.
Need some perks. Don't have enough builders at the
Já,
moment.
satt. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já.
Going back.
Satt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Skip. Já. Ég vil. Já. Já. Satt. Ég samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Skip. Satt.
Okay, so it looks like we're just gonna go
Samt
for
timbursveit.
mass work.
Já.
Tilbúin. Ég satt. Samþykkt. Já. Hver satt? Tilbúin. Já.
We'll want to get.
Skipan.
Já.
Ég vil.
Satt. Til já.
Satt.
Ég vil.
Using that is fine here.
Ég vil satt. Ég vil.
Já. Ég grjótsveit.
I'd like to queue units though, that helps a lot.
Já. Ég vil. something.
Hver er það? Skipan.
Tilbúinn.
Já. Skipan.
Já, tilbúinn.
Já, satt, ég við satt. Grjótsveit.
Já. Timbursveit.
Satt. Að til orrustuslag.
Já, til orðstur. Samþykkt sækið. Já, til orðsækið. Fram. Tilbúinn. Já, tilbúinn.
Já.
Skip. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Já, tilbúinn.
Hver
Fix our economy a little bit there.
Ég vil.
Já, samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já.
Hver er þar?
Okay, so eat a little bit of food.
Ég vil. Skipan. Fjósamaður.
Já. Satt.
Start
Já.
doing that.
Atrás.
Já, til orðsturslag. Tilbúinn. Já. Tilbúinn.
Já. Hver er sjá? Skip til orrustuslag. Skip, já. Skip tilbúið. Já, ég vil. Hver skip satt?
Já.
Já, satt, sam grjótsveit. Ég vil, satt.
Til ég vil.
Já, ég satt.
Já. Já.
Til atrás.
Skip. Ég samþykkt. Tilbúinn. Sækið fram. Ég vil. Tilbúinn.
Ég vil.
Skip samþykkt.
Skip hver er sjá? Til orrustuslag.
Já. Atrás. Tilbúinn. Já, ég vil. Tilbúinn. Skip samþykkt. Já. Já, já. Tilbúinn.
Should be too much at this point now. GG. So basically, our opponent gave us the opportunity to take this whole side of the water really for free, and then tried to pressure this side of the water, but we had docks already there. So even though they were able to kill some docks while we got our army sorted, it didn't hurt us because our fish were still gathering. And additionally, we were able to just garrison our fish, getting a bunch of free damage on their military boats. And then as you can see here, there's 11 fish which are doing nothing. That's not really going to work. 50, that's 550 wood. So that's kind of wasted here. So big fish boom gave us a much better economy. From there, we were able to outflood. If the opponent doesn't take big economy, they need to hurt us in the beginning a lot more than they did. Otherwise, as you can see, the resources collected, we just make a bigger army, and we can kill them from there. The other thing is our opponent was full of Murmelo with Bite of the Shark, which is fine. They need their hack upgrade, whereas on our side we had a bunch of throwing axemen. They need Terma for that. And then we also have our Dwarven Breastplate here for all of our Ulsvark, as well as our copper weapons. So, against 48% hack armor berserks and a bunch of throwing axemen, your Murmelo are not going to work. So let's see where we ended off the episode at 1513. That Aranos opponent right there was about 1520. So we are getting closer. Let's see in terms of the ladder where we actually sit. 344, and to get to top 100 would be just about 17. Should be 10 wins or so should get us there. But we'll see how we do. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.